والذين هم من عذاب ربهم مشفقون إن عذاب ربهم غير مأمون والذين هم لفروجهم حافظون إلا على أزواجهم أو ما ملكت أيمانهم فإنهم غير ملومين فمن ابتغى وراء ذلك فأولئك هم العادون والذين هم لأماناتهم وعهدهم راعون والذين هم بشهاداتهم قائمون والذين هم على صلاتهم يحافظون أولئك في جنات مكرمون فما للذين كفروا قبلك مهطعين عن اليمين وعن الشمال عزين أيطمع كل امرئ منهم أن يدخل جنة نعيم كلا إنا خلقناهم مما يعلمون فلا أقسم برب المشارق والمغارب إنا لقادرون على أن نبدل خيرا منهم وما نحن بمسبوقين فذرهم يخوضوا ويلعبوا حتى يلاقوا يومهم الذي يوعدون يوم يخرجون من الأجداث شراعا كأنهم إلى نصب يوفضون خاشعة أبصارهم ترهقهم ذلة ذلك اليوم الذي كانوا يوعدون صدق الله العلي العظيم أفلح من صلى على محمد وآل محمد.
من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بفضل الله، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الحمد لله والحمد حقه كما يستحقه حمدا كثيرا. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. اللهم لعن ولا ظالم ظلم حق محمد وآل محمد وآخر تابع له على ذلك. اللهم لعن العصابة التي جاهدت الحسين وشايعت وبايعت وتابعت على قتله. اللهم لعنهم جميعا، ثم الصلاة والسلام على خير خلق الله أجمعين محمد. وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين، واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate you all and really let you know how favored you are to be attending the celebration of the birth of Sayyida Zainab, salawatullahi wa salamu alayha, whom we are all indebted to, truly, because if it wasn't for Sayyida Zainab alayhi salam, none of you would know the stories that took place in the calamity, the tragedy of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam. And none of you would have this doorway to turn to Allah through. That when we read Ziyat al-Ashura, for example, and we do the Sajdat al-Shukr at the end, we say to Allah Azza wa Jal, we thank you for this, because through this you learnt your religion, this stance. Otherwise, I would be up here telling you it's okay for a grown man to breastfeed from a woman and then he'll become halal on her. This is what we would be looking. This would be your religion if it wasn't for these stances. This is the kind of things that we were saved from, people mocking us and looking at us. Could you imagine we'd be sitting down and preaching a Yazidi form of Islam that is foreign to the ears? Even the ears will not be able to accept. If I was to give you an option of certain things, say I was to offer you wealth, health, strength, speed, not the drug. I was to offer you all these things, and I said one of these you can choose, or even all of them collectively, they would not hold a candle to the blessing of knowledge and the acquisition of knowledge. So even when you take a look at knowledge, that someone that could not even speak or move and had what is the means of the dunya. And what is the means of the dunya? What is it? The thing that facilitates things and puts wheels in motion. It's money. Money makes the world function, makes everything work, it makes things happen. I remember once when I had to get a passport for my child, and I said, we're traveling in a week. And he said, you can get it quicker by paying more money. And that's why I learned what? Money is effective everywhere, not only in the Middle East. Everywhere you pay, it's effective. However, money, Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam says to Qumayl, Ya Qumayl, al-ilmu khayrun min al-mal. That knowledge is better than wealth. Why? He says, al-ilmu yahrusuk wa anta tahrusul mal. Knowledge protects you. Where is what? Knowledge protects you, but you have to protect wealth. The more money you have. You see these people, they want a better lifestyle. And they don't even have fly screens. And the bikes are in the front yard, there's no fence out the front. The bikes are probably borrowed of somebody else permanently. So you walk past those houses, these houses, they have nothing. They have absolutely no wealth. So this wealth, the more I get, the more I need to protect myself. Even if you look at the people living in these African nations, I know Lebanese that live in Senegal, they live in an enclave. They don't live with the general public. They are hidden from the public because they have money. They become targets, primary targets. Occasional Boko Haram, like in Nigeria, will come around and handle whoever they want. They're not kidnapping rich people. So he comes to the knowledgeable person. The rich person needs advice from the one that has knowledge, because the one that has knowledge can impart to him things. How they manipulate and use these things is their prerogative, but they give him information. If they need to understand legal issues, they need to go to a lawyer. They need to understand finance issues, they go to a finance broker, an accountant. They need to understand medical issues, they go to a medical practitioner. They have to seek the knowledgeable and the professional. And thus our messenger, or the messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, our prophet Muhammed sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. told us to what? Seek knowledge. اطلب العلم من المهدي للحد. From when you're born until you die, it's not something where you just stop one day. That's why you find our scholars, they call them something of real value. But what knowledge must I acquire before? Because the first type of knowledge I'm going to talk about, everything's different. It's like, when someone says, it's like when, and even like for a female, beautiful and ugly. I know, it's a reality. When a guy wants to get married, he says, بديها متعلمة, I want her educated. Okay, I want her to have this, have that, have this akhlaq. And then you get him a 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 doll, and all that thrown out the window. And he says, all right, when can we get married? Doesn't care. He doesn't think about it. Same thing with the guy. The guy turns